Cinewhoops are great for FPV, and especially for those people that wants to get into filming with one of these drones. The GEPRC Cinelog family, it's one of my favorites. You have the Cinelog 30, you have the Cinelog 25, and you have the Cinelog 35. And when customers comes asking, what do you recommend as a Cinelog? I have to go with this family. There are many others that are very good outside, but out of the box, for a very good experience, I have to go with the Cinelog family. But then the question comes very fast. Which one should I buy? You have 3. When do I use which one? And that's what I'm going to try to explain today. I'm going to go through the 3 of them and tell you what I think is the best use case of each one of those. So when you go and try to buy one of them, you know which one to buy. In the case of these drones, size do really matter. You have the Cinelog 25, 2.5 inches propeller. You have the Cinelog 30 with 3 inches propeller and the 35 with 3.5 inches propeller. Each one of them is a little bit different. And if we start talking about the 25, this drone, it's very good for indoor flying and filming. I wouldn't say that I will be using this drone inside just to have fun, but the Cinelog 25 is my favorite drone when it comes to film indoors. When you're filming indoors, you want 2 things, a lot of stability and precision when you're flying, because you will be most probably going through or around things, and when you are indoors, most probably the space that you have between one thing and the other, it's very limited. Precision is the word that you're looking for here when flying this drone. The small size helps this drone be precise and keep very stable when you are flying it. The mount that comes with the drone allows you to install the GEPRC Naked GoPro camera directly. But if you don't have this one and you have something like this one that I have here with the Beta FPV case, you can print your own case and just adapt it to the mount to use your Naked GoPro 6, for example, or 8, or whatever else you have, which is not exactly the same as the GEPRC one with the specific hole that they have on the back. Now let's move to the Cinelog 30. Again, the main difference between the 30 and the 25, it's going to be size. In terms of constructions, they are very similar. If you look at the frame of both of them, they have the same shape, the same form, the same base with these rubbers that allows to remove vibrations from both the FPV camera and the Naked GoPro that they carry. Both of them carries only a Naked GoPro. Probably if you push it, you can have a full GoPro on the 30, maybe removing the battery using this USB cable that you can use connected to the balance of the balance port of the battery, and then you have some weight off. But again, it's not designed for that. So being so similar, the big difference or the main difference is the size of the propeller. It's only half of an inch, but that half of an inch makes this drone much faster than the Cinelog 25. And that's going to allow you to, for example, chase certain vehicles. Like for example, I took it out and I chased some friends going on a motorcycle, on motocross, and the drone did very well. I could chase them without any problem. I could go around a little bit. I couldn't go as fast to get in front of them and then go back to chase mode or something like that, but it worked. So right now, if we have the 25 and if we have the 30, I'm saying 25 is great for indoors. 30 is more flexible, because you can use it inside, you can use it indoors, but the bigger size of the propeller is going to allow you to fly faster, most probably outdoors. You don't want that kind of extra power when you are indoors because it could make things a little bit messy, it could make things a little bit more difficult. The key words here are precision and power. Cinelog 25 is giving you more precision when you're flying because it's more control, it's a little bit less faster. Cinelog 30 is the next step where you have more speed but less precision. And then we get to the Cinelog 35, the biggest of all of them. And following what I've been saying, the 35 is going to give you the highest speeds of all three of them, which means that if you're looking for big movements, fast speed, or big dives, this one is going to be your choice. The 35 is a little bit different on the frame compared to the 25 and the 35. It has a similar shape, but if you look at it, the main difference is this prop guard, which is open. Both the 30 and the 25, they have these bumpers around, which is good for crashing into things without losing a lot of control or without breaking anything. But the general thought is that you won't be flying that close proximity with the 35 to something that can break easily. It's still good to have the prop guards in order to keep your propellers safe and to be able to do some close maneuvers to a mountain or to a tree or something like that. But it's not doing the same function as for example, the 25, where you're thinking about maybe something indoors, the wall of a house or the wall of an office, or these kind of arrangements that you have in offices and these kind of things. Another big difference, and I think the one that you have to consider the most when choosing the three of them, is the fact that the Cinelog 35 is the only one that has been designed to carry a full GoPro. You have this kind of TPU GoPro mount that you can put directly into the Cinelog 35 and use your GoPro 9, 8 or 10 or whatever you want. It's the same principle when it comes to how they mount the FPV and the action camera on this kind of rubbers that allows you to have less vibration. So in general, you can say that the design of the three of them, or the principles for the design of the three of them, it's very similar. It's just going bigger, bigger propeller, more speed, and it's going to allow you to do things like the 35 can do things that the 25 cannot do it. Chasing high-speed cars, diving from high altitudes, and those kind of things. Let me talk about one topic that always comes into the conversation when looking at these drones, and it's the batteries. Of course, the smaller you go, the smaller battery that you can carry. When it comes to the Cinelog 25, the minimum that you should be carrying is a 650 milliamp per hour. It can carry an 800 milliamp per hour, but it's going to be kind of heavy, especially if you are carrying the action camera. But I have in my shop one battery, the GNB 700, which is ideal for the Cinelog 25. It gives a little bit more time, a little bit more flying time than the 650, and it weighs less than at 800 or 850. With that battery, you should be expecting something between 4 and 5 minutes of flying, including the naked GoPro, and flying kind of soft, kind of like when you are filming, nothing, you know, flips and those kind of things. Moving up to the 30, you can look at the same batteries actually. 650 is going to be the minimum, but it's going to give you only kind of between 2.5–3 minutes. And that's kind of flying soft. If you go up to 800, 700, it's going to be much more in the real space of flying this one with the naked GoPro, with a good performance. I wouldn't be going higher than 800, 850 because it's going to be a little bit too heavy and it's not going to give you that nice performance that you want from the drone. When you go to the 35, now you can carry a little bit more weight, and that's the case of, for example, 1100 or even 12, 1300. It depends. If you're carrying a full GoPro, for example, the GoPro 10 is heavier than the 8, then you have to think about something like the 1100. If you're carrying a lighter GoPro, or even if you don't have any action camera, then you could go a little bit higher to 1300 or something similar. One more thing to say is that the first batch of the 35 came with an XT30 connector for the battery, and that makes it a little bit complicated to find batteries with this high million per hour rate with an XT30 connector. And that's the main reason why GEPRC has started to change that connector, and the newest Cinelog 35 in the market are coming with an XT60 now. So as a summary, I will say it like this. If you are into the business of filming, if you are really a professional and this is your tool, I will be thinking about having a 25 for when you're filming indoor and smaller gaps and you need more stability and precision on your flying. And I will be thinking at the same time at a 35 for when you're filming outdoors, fast pace and much more movement. Again, if you're a professional, look at both of them, at having both of them. If on the other hand you are more like a hobbyist, that you want to have something that allows you to do cool filming both indoors and outdoors, then you could sacrifice a little bit of the power that you get from the 35 or the precision that you get from the 25 and get the most flexible of both worlds, which is the 30. You can still fly this one indoor, you can fly it outdoors with some limitations of course, but if your budget gives for only one of the three of them and it's going to be something that you're using for filming, this one, the Cinelog 30, it's a good choice. At the end of the day, you're not gonna go wrong with any of them because, as I've been saying, the out-of-the-box tune is amazing. GEPRC has a very good customer service and all of these drones fly very, very good. You can't go wrong with any of them. It's just about which one fits better the use case that you're thinking to have it. Well, this is everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.